saw that I put on your Instagram, happy birthday, Queen. And so I think for the month, Queen,
It's
Queen,
a queen.
Queen, Queen.
Yeah, May is such a it's a birthday for everybody in my family. My
Oh my,
kids, my husband, they've already done. They're all Tauruses. I'm the Gemini. I think I'm the
that,
only Gemini in
that,
the
that
family.
tracks. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
that
that
totally
tracks. Yeah,
tracks. Yeah,
exactly. So May is that the beautiful month of May where we all have our birthdays. So thank you very much. We call it our birthday month.
I love
And
that.
it's the month we actually like people gain weight at Christmas. We gain weight in May.
Well, no, that make our we have everybody in my family's birthday is in August. One of my kids, and then like all my nieces and nephews, and like it's like Christmas at our house in August.
Right. Yeah.
Except I'm a December baby because I'm the only Sagittarian, which also tracks. Um, so yeah, we're excited. But if you guys hear, there's a baby in the house now, so you'll hear like little in the background. Beckett's
The
here.
best
Yeah.
sound ever.
I know. It's pretty amazing. I've gotten
Yeah.
literally nothing done this whole week because all I do is hold babies. But you guys, welcome in. It's Wake Up in Style, and of course,
Wake up.
we are featuring Manuela and Eismers today because, of course, it is her birthday month. So we're doing some special things for
Good
the
morning.
Queen. So we're
Thank
doing
you.
any Eismers order over $50. You are going to be getting 2 minis. Yes, and the cosmetic bag. I still travel with my cosmetic bag like that. And the minis are amazing because you've got the copper peptide mini, which you guys, oh, there you go. You got them. Yeah. And you've also got the retinitis serum, both 15 mil. So fabulous, fabulous. So you've got like a daytime, nighttime, and a must-have serum, must travel. So you guys, that is going to be a gift with purchase of any Eismer's order over $50.
Mhm.
And to
Very
get you to that,
reasonable.
you know,
Most gifts with purchases, you have to spend like 100, 200, blah, blah. This is such a nice gift.
huge. It's amazing. And we're making it super easy because we are featuring a BOGO as the kind of the star of the show. Of course, it's the second, the co-star of the show, right? Star of the show is Queen for the day, Queen for the month. But we're doing the peptide. It's the actually this gold collagen peptide neck firming duo. Well, it's a duo now because we're offering it as a BOGO. Usually just one is 160. Now you're getting two, and you're getting it for $80 for two of them, 50% off. So it is amazing.
Yeah.
And
So you're
you get
going to
the
get
gift.
this plus this for
And
$80.
and the minis. I mean, it's all there. Oh,
Yeah.
Deborah says good morning. Hi, Deborah.
Good morning,
Shopper Sue
Deborah.
Harry. Good morning.
Good
So this
morning,
is sort of
Harry.
I was super like excited. I sort of dressed up because it was going to be your birthday, and um, we're going to talk about neck care.
Hmm.
I should have not covered my neck up, but we're going to talk about neck care. We're going to talk about wisdom because I think that is, we don't necessarily get older. I still am going to be a firm believer in that we are age fluid. Depends on the day. Yesterday I could have felt 45. Tomorrow I could feel 80. But I really want to spend some time today talking about wisdom and what we've learned, like what we wish we would have known back then, right? So we'll spend some time doing that. But to kick things off, why don't you go ahead and approach it a little bit differently, if you don't mind, but tell people out there, some brand new people that we've got watching, um, about Eisner's, but let's tell it from the story of like once upon a time, I didn't know I was going to be talking to millions and millions of people about skincare because this is like a full story birthday moment, right?
Yeah, well, once upon a time, I thought I was going to be a journalist or a sportscaster, maybe even a veterinarian. That's where I was going. And
Yeah.
those are my passions. I love writing. I love storytelling. I love research. I really loved learning about famous people or powerful people. So my whole thing was I loved Oriana Fallaci, and she did this book called Interview with History, where
Mm.
she actually interviewed all the most powerful people in the world. And I always believed that people who are powerful or successful or important in our world, they have something to teach us. So I wanted to set out and write their stories so that we would have basically a blueprint of how to be more, right? Like
Love that.
dance steps. Then they always say, like I think some motivational speakers will say, look at successful people and duplicate what they do. It's very similar to that. So most people start with humble beginnings, and then some tragedy happens, and then boom,
Yep.
that causes them to do something. Well,
It's
very similar. My tragedy really was my skin. The largest organ of my body was very mean to me, was very bad to me as a young girl, as a teenager, and a young woman. Very reactive, breaking out all the time. There were certain points, Kathy, where like some people say, well, everybody gets acne in their teenage years. That's true. Acne was a problem too, but I had other issues. I had an actual temperature dysregulation. I could not drink hot drinks or cold drinks. I could not go swimming. I could not ride a bike. If I
Wow.
did, I would literally turn into one huge big beehive. Like I would just hive out. I remember going to Quebec City with my grade 5 class, and we did snow angels, and I froze there. My
Mm.
whole body started to burn. They had to carry me into the hotel, rip my snowsuit off. I was literally 3 sizes bigger and all full of welts,
Like you've been stung with bees.
like I'd been stung with bees. And we went to doctors, and the doctors told me, don't drink alcohol or peanuts or have chocolate. I'm like, I'm 10. Like, hello. Like, what are you doing? What are you talking about? Like, what do you
Yeah.
mean? Like, because they were just basically, and these internal medicine people were saying this. So there was a couple of times where I would walk literally not even a full mile from my house to there was this department store, like a Dollarama kind of department store. And I would walk to there with my mother, and it would be the, Canadian winter. And my mother would look at me like once we'd get inside and kind of scream, looking at me because my face would literally morph. Like I would,
Mm.
so they thought I had lupus because I would start looking like I would transform, like, how werewolves transform when you see
Yeah,
those
yeah,
movies?
yeah.
That kind of stuff was what was happening to me. So I became very nervous about what I was eating, what I was doing, what temperature of everything. I had to start eliminating everything. And I'm now going into becoming a teenager, going into university. I'm terrified. I don't know what I'm going to look like from moment to moment.
Oh
To
my
top it all
gosh.
off, this is all like, it's a struggle. So it's a struggle. Anyway, fast forward, I meet Darish in karate. The reason why is because I was so shy, I wouldn't talk to anybody in class. My brother said you should join a club and meet like minded people. And this was an opportunity for me to join a club with my brother, who's about 15 years older than me, 11 years older than me. And he went to the University of Toronto as well. And so I met Darius, and the rest, as they say, is history. It became where he started becoming, he was my friend. He was interested in going out with me. I was interested in what he was doing. He was doing isomeric chemistry. And we started making products or a solution for my skin.
That's
This is how
amazing.
we developed our isomeric chemistry, our formulations, and the cure. Everything we are designing was always started to create a cure for me. And then I thinking, I can't be the only one. I am not an
Yeah.
island. I am part of a world. Just like my whole passion. And it's funny you asked this question and where we're going this morning. You asked, what I wanted to be once upon a time. Just like my desire as a young girl wanting to be a journalist, writing about people, because there's something to learn, I'm thinking, well, I'm sure there's something to learn about my journey too, and other people who are struggling, not knowing, because what am I doing wrong? Like, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing right? Like, I didn't know which way to turn. So going to the isomeric chemistry, creating literally one of the very first one was a cream called Latif, which in Persian means soft skin. But
Oh,
then right away, copper peptides because of their healing and and this is why we talk about, now everybody talks about copper peptides, but we were the OG. We were
yeah.
doing
Oh,
this
yeah.
in the 80s when nobody else was talking about it because we had to heal me and my skin. So we're about fixing skin. We're about healing. Isomers, and then the other part is, how do we explain this to a contract manufacturer who just wants to make, I'm sorry, my dogs have decided to
They
talk to
want to
the
be with mama.
neighbors. Can you hear them?
Yeah.
Are they disturbing?
Barely. Barely.
Barely. Okay.
Yeah.
So how do we just say this to a contract manufacturer? You have to make products with this kind of chemistry, with these kind of ingredients. So we became our own chemists. We became our own manufacturing. We became our own research. So we could control everything. And we were broke. So we lived at home. Everything we did, we put it into the ingredients and making everything by hand. And then we basically went out to fix me and other people. I still wanted to go into veterinary medicine or go into journalism, but people started saying, "What are you doing to your skin? You're looking so different. Where are those scars? What happened to the welts?" And I said, "Well, we're making this." And they're like, "Can you help me with this? Help me with that?" And before we knew it, was like so many people have stuff they want to talk about and
Yeah.
fix.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so we now transported this from all the different stages of aging, because I kept thinking, Kathy, I kept thinking, there's a perfect version of me. There's a version of me that has really good skin and is the right weight, right height, perfect. Everything's like boom. And then there's the version I'm dealing with right now. So there's pieces missing. There's either too much of something or not enough of something else. And this
Yeah.
is how we formulate. We look at the different stages. What is ideal? Pigment, collagen, elasticity, hydration, microbiome. And then if it's gone off, how do we replace it? How do we fix those gaps? It's always about creating that equilibrium in your skin at any age.
And that, I mean, I'm listening to you talk about that, and I'm seeing this full circle moment come where you could actually heal your skin. I mean, this is it's truly remarkable. And there's so many of you guys out there that have been shopping with Manuela for all these years, and we always kind of sort of kid around about it, about like watching her age backwards, which we've all done for all these years. But think about where she came from. What she's talking about. So you guys are just. We all have our version. We all have our story, right? So if you guys have questions, this is the community for you. Now, I mean,
Mhm.
can you imagine if Manuela would have had this whole community? She had to create her community, right? She had to create her community with Darius. She had to do all of this together from scratch. We've got her, we've got her knowledge, we've got all these years of experience to really talk to her about it. So I love the story. I think it's so appropriate now. I mean, because now we're in our 60s and we're able to like look back and say, what could we have done different? So let's start with this question to all of you guys out there. Where where was the first place that you guys that are watching noticed aging? Where was the first time that where was the place? For me, I got to tell you, it was my neck and neck.
Mm.
For sure. For sure. And I think that a lot of us now are noticing our aging or noticing our trouble spots because we've got this tech neck. We're like this all the time, right? We're
Constantly.
down. Look at this. I mean, it's all down, right? Like we're keyboarding, we're on the phone, we're writing. I mean, even before like the internet was a thing, right? Because when I was starting after college, there was no internet. It was writing, 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 but I had my head down writing all the time, right? So we've got this tech neck. And I think that that's a big thing. So I want to hear from you guys where you noticed your very first place of aging. So that being said, mine was neck and deck. Let's talk about the product that we're bringing, especially one that has got the gold collagen in it, and how that is going to work into someone who says, "Oh my gosh, yeah, my neck. I'm wearing turtlenecks and scarves, and the whole thing."
People look at their neck area and they think their neck area is like their cheek or their arm or any other part of their body. They're saying, okay, it is this, you're looking at it. So here's your face, then you've got your neck, you got your décolleté. But they're looking at this as an extension of the face, which in essence it is. Yes, you're looking at, when you look at someone's face, you kind of look like the whole bust. Like when you see someone's bust area,
Yeah,
and we're not talking boobs, we're talking
yeah,
bust.
yep,
When
yep,
you see someone's whole bust, it includes the neck and the décolleté. It's like this is your framework. But you have to remember this neck area is more like your the crow's feet, the eye contour. It's much more like this because there's muscle and skin that are attached. They're anchored in certain spots. And then we do this, our muscles are moving, so our skin is moving, and then we are going vertically, right? Against gravity. We've got a little bit of weight coming down here, a little bit of weight down here. So, in essence, it's like you start out with those, you take your jeans out of the dryer, you put them on, you can barely get them on, right? And you close them up, zip them up, and they're like perfect.
yep,
They fit you, right? 3 hours later, oh, I should have put a belt with this. Oh,
yeah.
I got to like moving. It's starting to slip down. So this is what's happening with our skin. Fits us when we're younger, and as we get older, without really noticing it, we have illustration. We have Isabella Dermis, our AI, our person that we basically age every 15 years, starting at 20, and you can see the very slight shift, 20 to 30, 30 to 35, 30 to 40, and then 50, and then woohoo, 60. It starts going faster because there's a bit of the menopausal years where you get more collagen dump and more rapid aging, more accumulation of the aging. So you
Yeah.
start to notice the draping. And the problem is you get the draping with the anchoring. So you still have some anchors or muscle and skin are attached, but these muscles also are not in great shape anymore, just like the rest of us. It's kind of softening up. And so
Mhm.
when we are creating a formula, we have to create a formula that works with muscle, skin, collagen, elastin, gravity. We have to work with inflammation. We have to work with all of those markers. This is why your face cream doesn't work on your neck.
Yeah, and so Deborah's just saying, yeah, she noticed the sagging first.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
sagging, but also you see the anchoring because it's literally like it's draping. That sagging, there's a point where it's still connected, and which is good because if not, we'd slide off. This is why, as you get really mature, say you're 80 or 90 years old, and I hear this people that are 80s or 90s, oh, my grandma's 80 or 90 or whatever, and they're like, she doesn't have a wrinkle. Of course, because she's like a sheet on a clothing line.
Yeah.
There's nothing anchoring, so
Yep.
her skin is just going to drape
Been
down.
ironed
But
out.
there's not. Right, exactly. Nothing's holding it up. So there's a difference when you have, but her neck, if you look at grandma's neck, is still going to be folds and
Mhm.
folds and folds, that ruching, that little bunching up effect because of this connection. This is why when we're dealing with the neck, we need to be gentle because you have to be careful about the muscle, everything. You also have to be very careful not to destroy or shred the muscle that lies this way. So think of lasagna, a sheet of lasagna, very flat and wide. This is ideal. But what happens is as we get older and the collagen changes, it starts to shred out. This is why you start to notice areas where the muscle also is compromised. Therefore, our formula and what we've done today for you, the BOGO, golden collagen, gold. Gold is the delivery system. Gold is the conjugated peptide that's containing this element of collagen stimulation and anti inflammatory. Gold is medicinal in anti inflammatory collagen repair. It is very expensive and very deliberate. Also, SNAP8 technology for the muscle to calm it down, to prevent a lot of this tension that tends to shred and work on the skin. So, this system works on hydrating, works on firming and toning and smoothing out. It is designed specifically for the neck décolleté area. It is designed specifically to be a heavy lifter and to smooth out those expression lines as well. So we've taken all of that into consideration. 160 for one is a steal because the treatment, they have a experimental treatment for the neck area. And it's about the way that we're talking about is think of your neck area like a quilt,
Yep.
and they're going to literally do up to 200 injections, map it out, 200 injections, dropping SNAP8 peptide, hoping that they they deposit it correctly so that you get the exact same muscle tension all across. And it starts at about $3,000.
Oh my gosh. And what are they injecting? They're injecting
A
strictly just.
SNAP8
Yep.
technology, which is like a Botox like technology, which is a muscle modulator technology, right? So
Yeah.
that is, and here's the best part. After you do that, then they recommend you do a little bit of microneedling, a little bit of collagen peptides, because that's only addressing part of it. Alzheimer's, we've always been so advanced. When I'm listening to these dermatologists talk about it, I'm like, you just want to sell your treatments. You just
Yeah.
want people to keep cut. You don't want to fix skin. You don't want to heal people because if you do, then they don't come back.
I'm 100%. I mean, it's just like, it's so funny because, okay, complete left turn, but my dryer quit the other day.
Right.
And when I had the guy come in, he's like, "Oh, don't ever replace it. Your dryer is 32 years old and don't ever replace it because we can keep fixing it." He goes, "The new ones are created to fail."
Yes.
This is the service repair guy. He's like,
Yes.
"Don't buy a new one because they are literally created to fail and then you have to go buy a new one."
Two
I mean,
examples. I'm going to just go with one of them. But we
yeah.
have dogs, right? And we had a sick dog for a while too. So Darius went and got a carpet cleaner, right? The carpet cleaner we bought a ant one. We returned it right away. It doesn't work. So then we bought a really nice one, right? So we bought a really nice one, very high end, very expensive, thousands. It does all of it, deodorizing, steaming, da 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 da, everything, right? Couple of months, doesn't work anymore.
Mm.
So we spent a lot of money on this. Call them up, customer service. They're like, okay, here's what we need you to do. And we're thinking, okay, we're going to take the address down. We're going to send it someplace. You're going to send. They said, you see this cord at the back? Yeah. Cut it, take a picture of it, and we'll send you a new one.
Why?
So we had to physically destroy
Oh my
that
God.
unit. They're not going to repair it. They said we're not going to repair it.
It's
We
not
want to
worth it.
replace it. But we want to make sure that you can no longer use that one. So you need to actually cut the cord on it, destroy it,
That's so
send us the
crazy.
documentation and send us a photo that you've destroyed it. And then we will mail you or ship you by, courier next day, a brand new unit.
I mean, they're created to just fall apart.
So keep your dryer.
Yeah, keep your
But here's the
dryer
thing.
and use
Your
skincare that you don't
dryer
have to replace.
is
Yeah.
is synonymous to our skin. We can't replace it and throw it away. We got to keep it. We got to keep it. And we can fix it. We're the
Yeah.
repairman. We are the skin repairman
Right. Oh my
person.
gosh, I love that. We might have to do like a whole TikTok thing on that. The skin repair queens.
Okay,
Um,
but I get to wear the pants with the
yeah, with the plumber crack. Yeah.
puppy.
Oh wait, Deborah. Deborah. Everybody's saying hello, Deborah. She notices saying Melody. Thank you. My blouse is ancient. I can't even tell you who it's from, but yeah, thank you for loving the blouse. Deborah loves our neck cream. Jenna, good morning.
Good morning,
Yeah,
Deborah
Deborah says
Jenna.
yes. The service repairman told me appliances are now built to last 10 years the most. What if our skin was only built to last 10 years? I
When
mean,
you look at some of the appliances and they're thousands, tens of thousands of dollars, especially if you get, like you're doing a home renovation, you got to get this
refrigerators.
fridge,
Yeah.
this stove, whatever. Can you imagine
Oh,
they
no.
say, you know what, just toss it, just cut the cord and we're going to send you a new. We're like, wait a minute, we could have bought a car. Like this thing is valuable. It's like stainless. It's a value. It even has valuable parts. No, no, not worth the fix.
Okay, so going back to skin, because now I'm like obsessed with the fact that we would have there's all these treatments out there, and I read about them all the time because people continually send me information about, well, there's this new thing and this new thing. Uh, so if someone starts using the gold collagen and we start using it morning and night, neck, décolleté, and this is something that they're going to notice. What will they notice, and how long will it take for them to notice it?
You're going to start noticing that the skin on the neck area is not so soft. It's not so draped. It's not so soft and squishy. It's going to become thicker. You're also going to notice that the consistency of this is very different. This is the galacto oligosaccharide. This is the amber kind of color
Yep.
technology. It feels like a little bit like I used to call this neck glue because I didn't really know how to call it.
It's a
Call it
little
neck glue.
tacky.
It's a little tacky, but also velvety, right? Because it
Yeah, no,
dries very
it
velvety.
soaks in. It's not gonna feel you won't
No,
feel it like
no.
sticky. It doesn't feel sticky.
Right. So it's designed to be very, very site specific. It's designed to be able to adhere, not travel, and then hold up the skin and then start working on the surface to plump it up so the lines and wrinkles, the rings that you get. It's also going to work on lifting and pulling this back. It's also going to start smoothing the muscle tension as well. So this is something, and you're going to love this because you can give yourself a little bit of a massage, a little bit of lymphatic drainage. Do it for a few seconds. It's not necessary, but it will be beneficial. You will get more benefits out of it because you're going to be able to stimulate that microcirculation a little bit, stimulate some lymphatic system, drainage. That's going to help the inside out kind of idea. I love it because it's non-staining,
Yep.
fragrance free, not tacky at all. And it is designed with the Magistem technology for the firming and lifting and tightening. It has the gold collagen technology for the anti-inflammatory and anti-aging. It's going to stimulate your collagen, works on the muscle tension as well. It's very rejuvenating. It is very, very site specific for you.
And you guys, the price, each bottle is usually $80. It should be, I mean, you're getting two for the price of one. These are full size. This is the top of the line for Isomers. It is their luxury collection, top of the line. And so many of us, and I am including myself in this up until when I met Manuela, we stop our skincare at the end of our jawline. That's not where it ends, right? We are continuing with skincare, specific skincare for your neck and your décolleté area. So let's talk to people who say, I've just been covering it up with scarves. I mean, believe me, I love a good scarf, very chic. But your skin is different on your neck, and it's thinner and it behaves differently. So this is where your technology gets super exciting, because people might say, well, I'll just continue on with my isomers from my jawline down now. But this is technology specific for the neck.
Technology specific for the neck, designed for the neck. If your face product worked on your neck would not look the way it does. It's really simple. There's a very popular makeup person out there that has a very cherub-like face. And they're probably my age, and their face maybe looks 20 years younger. When you get to here down, it is, I'm sorry. It is literally like they're 40 years older. The sun damage, the environmental damage, the stretching of the skin's not bouncing back. I mean, you could put makeup on top of it, you could put scarves on top of it. But how many times are you going to be limited to just this kind of fashion? Also, when you look at yourself with your birthday suit on, you're
Yeah.
going to look in the mirror and you're going to be like, I think especially because this skin and the skin, I notice this for myself too. This skin tends to get discolored very quickly. It tends to really show how you feel if you're stressed out. It gets
Oh,
redder or
flushy.
darker
Yeah.
or flushed, right? So you want to have, it's a lot of vascularity there. So you need to actually add a lot of protection and a lot of support. In addition, I'm guilty of this. I'm sure other people are as well. We protect so much and we kind of forget this area. We take it for granted, right?
Yeah.
So then sometimes you're really having to get in there and repair. So if you have a little bit of melasma here and you've been taking care of your skin, imagine what you have here.
Mhm.
Imagine the damage. If you're looking at your face and you're like, I've got this and this and this, imagine what is underneath this skin and this system, that it's like the tip of the iceberg. And this is only going to get worse as you get older because it comes to the surface, right? So
For
there's many
sure.
things you can do. We're talking about, and here's the opportunity. I know I want you to try this product. I want you to love this product. It's 160 because it's our LX collection. This is a conjugated most valuable peptide technology. Lipotech, Infinitech, they are known around the world for those very important Swiss spas and
Mhm.
retreats and their delivery system. We have it in here. 160 for one. Today, we've dropped it to $80 because of
50.
birthday
Yeah.
month
Mhm.
for two. But
And
we did better. We're also going to give you, I don't even have enough hands, a cosmetic bag that's inspired by a designer, and it's
Mhm.
our logo as well,
Love it.
and our collagen peptide and our retiniacin. So you're going to get the collagen peptides and you're going to get the retinol for nighttime, which you can use on your neck once a week. So you're going to be able to boost that, and you're going to be able to boost your neck repair. And you're getting all of this today
I know. For
for this
80
price point.
$80, you guys. I mean, that's crazy. Now, here's what I would do. Because go check out Shop HQ's homepage, and you're going to see some of your other favorite Isomers products. You get that cart to $99, all of that product ships for free.
Uh,
I mean, it's crazy. So this is going to be your time. Okay, so I'm really excited for you guys. Okay, let me ask you a question. And I don't
mm.
know the answer to this. So this is like just off the cuff. Do you have any other product in your line that's specific to neck?
This was
Oh.
designed for the neck. We don't. This is the one that's designed for the neck. We started many years ago with the Uncircle, and that was using, again, the Glycine, which is in here, the Magistem, which is in here. We just graduated with the delivery system. We need, skincare is really funny. Funny or important. The people understand now. People are starting to understand the inky a little bit, like what it looks like in the back, like the ingredients. People are starting to understand some single ingredients, like they understand collagen peptides or copper peptides or some plant extracts. Some people are starting to understand exfoliation, right?
Hmm.
But people really don't understand. And so when they're comparing products, like, I have a vitamin C, I've used vitamin C, I have a exfoliate, I have a cleanser. Um, they don't really understand delivery systems and pH. And these are so key to successful results. If you don't bring and transport these ingredients in their best shape possible in a language the skin understands, it doesn't matter how much you spend or how much you use, right? So our goal always is the delivery system. Delivery system, the vehicle that transports the ingredients and lets it off at the right spot. Some people just say, well, it's a liposome, it's this, that. No, each one is designed differently. So Kathy, when you design a delivery system, you basically are designing the solar system. Okay.
Yeah.
You have something in the middle, you have one planet, another. You know how that works?
Hmm.
Well, when we design a delivery system, we have the active ingredient. Then, for example, we have the gold and the platinum and all this, and we have it at different layers and different thicknesses. So as it goes through your skin, certain areas dissolve and some don't. Then the next level dissolves, it goes deeper. The next, so we can actually take ingredients, we can let them off at certain spots. Some ingredients only get one cover, some get seven covers because they have to go deeper or they're stronger. So delivery systems are very important.
I think that when you were just saying that, I'm like, the best way to describe it is like everybody's on a bus, right?
Yes.
You get on the bus and you might have to get off at the first stop, but the rest of them you guys have to stay for the second, third stop, the fourth stop, the seventh stop. And then everybody gets off at the, eighth stop because that's where they needed to be, right?
Yeah.
Can you imagine, you guys? And I know you guys have done this. You're out there in the big luxury department store or even your local drugstore, and you're trying to have a conversation with the person who's selling cosmetics or skincare behind the counter about delivery systems. They would just go, "What?" I mean, they no idea. And we've got Manuela here that is. I mean, I don't you learn something new every single time? I mean, it's this delivery, the whole delivery system, brilliant, right?
It's brilliant. It's very
Amazing.
important because also sometimes the delivery system has to go by land, by sea, by air. Like you don't know. Like, but we do. Like when we say we want to hit this part, we want to up regulate this or down, and that's just terminology we use. We want to activate something or prevent or turn it lower. So with pigmentation, for example. So why do we want golden collagen for the neck area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The inflammation where you start to look at your neck, you start to realize it gets like chicken skin. You get that kind of chicken skin look.
Hmm.
It gets a
Yep.
little redder. It's white here and red here, or it's kind of lighter and darker, and it's all different. Well, we have to each of those areas creates a different message. There's a different kind of pH or enzyme that is presented. So when we create our ingredient in here, it reads this area versus this area, and it knows what to let go of at what time. So this is really important when you're dealing with formulations, knowing the difference. So a lot of times people are paying for the story.
Yeah.
They're paying for it's from Switzerland, it's from Romania, it's from the
From the
celebrity.
seaweed of the sea. I mean, yeah.
I love that one, the seaweed
Yeah.
one. Yeah, right.
Oh,
Okay.
I
Um,
bought
uh,
into that in my 30s. But guess what, you guys? Then Manuela taught all of us this. Most of that skincare is created and tested on younger skin that doesn't even act like our skin.
all the these
Yeah, look at her
influencers. I
face.
was watching an influencer the other day at 20 something talking about anti-aging. I'm like, seriously.
Yeah,
And then what I giggle about now, because now we're older and we just look and we just like, okay, we understand you. But when then they say to me, hey, mom, you shouldn't be doing TikToks. You're too, I'm like, I'm the one who knows about anti-aging. You don't. You just
yeah.
wait till you are at another, double your age. You're going to come running and saying, excuse me, ma'am, what was it that you were teaching us? Well, you know what? Now I don't want to heal you. I will, of
So
course,
funny.
because
Okay,
we
so look at
understand.
Deborah. First of all, Sherry, hello. She's ordering
Hi.
the neck care and the gifts. She says happy birthday. Deborah's has been using Eismer since 1998 and loves all the information and explanations that Manuela provides. Really appreciate the
Thank you,
education. I
Deborah.
mean, it's so good. Okay, you guys, it is Manuela's birthday month, so I'm going to get back to her birthday for a little bit.
Oh,
So, because wise one, Queen, what is like when you see so many of these TikToks and Instagrams, like what I wish I would could have told my 35-year-old self or my 45-year-old self. Now, since you've got the wisdom of even, going on almost 20 years past being 45, not quite, we still got time.
getting
Um,
there.
yeah. What would you look back and tell even your 45-year-old self?
Oh my goodness. So many
Yeah.
things.
Where do I start?
So I don't even know where to, honestly, I don't know where to start because I don't want to, there's so much, I mean, that we harbor so much stuff and so much pain and so many things that we go through in our life, right? So when you're starting to pick it apart, it's like this thread that if I start here, I'm going to end up here. So I'm going to try to keep it succinct.
Yeah.
Um, I think that, I think what I would tell myself is don't don't worry so much about other people, worry about yourself. You really need to take care of yourself first,
Yep.
and you really need to learn, and I'm still bad at this, boundaries. You need to know what you want out of something and put a wall around it and
Yeah.
be happy in there. That's really important. And that has to do with how you look, how you feel, what you want to study, what you want to eat. Most people out there that are telling you stuff are like little demons. They want to distract you, even from your skincare routine or what's healthy for you or
Right.
whatnot. And I think a lot of times our intuition should be our own thing is what we should be focusing on. So I wish I would have done that more because I tried so hard to please other people, still trying hard to please other people, and it's exhausting, and you
It's
never get it. Yeah, you notice you never get it right.
it's
You never
never
get it.
enough.
Never
Never
enough.
enough. No. I
And
mean,
then what do you have
and
for
no,
left for yourself, right?
yeah. I was just gonna say, and then you're too exhausted to do that skincare routine or to get to the gym or whatever. Believe me, I know because I've got that grandbaby living with us now, and
Right.
every time the baby cries, my son goes, "Here you go, mom," and I'm like, "That's great," but I'm leaving. I have shows to do. I've got a company to run, and
Yeah.
so I've been really good about putting those boundaries around me.
That
But
and it's excellent because you've
yeah,
got to
you
nourish
have to.
yourself, but also, the other thing is I used to think I had a really bad childhood. I had a really struggled childhood. And so I had to go through so many different things at so many different outside of my skin. So many different things with, poverty and things like that and just illness in the family. So there's a lot of things that I was exposed to very young that was very difficult. So I went a lot with not having the haves and the haves nots. I was a have not. When I
Same.
started to have, I decided I would not let my children feel what I felt. I would start fixing stuff for them, making life easier for them. Biggest mistake.
I did the same thing for my boys. Same thing. Yeah. I know. Go back and correct those. I would go back and correct that too.
Those
Yeah.
are the
But
things. The struggle is good. That's why I guess when we started and we talked about what would I have been, and it's like how people become powerful. It's because they had something and then they're struggling and it's like, okay, I got to change this. So my kids, what is their appetite to change everything? Everything's fine. They're
yeah.
literally on vacation all the time. Why would they have to learn to be? I'm not saying it. I'm just saying it as I have wonderful children and they're very respectful. But I would have cranked up the oh, you got to fix this. You got to do this
Yeah.
yourself a lot
Yeah.
earlier. And I would have, some people who do that, and if I focused on mom more, if I focused on myself more, I naturally would have created a situation where they would have had to figure more stuff out. I was available.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't that the truth? Oh my gosh, you're so. I mean, I'm just like going backwards and going. "Ugh." Yeah, we grew up very similar. Uh, yeah, it's so true. And I feel like with every birthday, I would beat myself up about things I should have done too. So now, even as we get further past, like now, we're just like, but I did the best I could. I mean, I worked with what I had, and that's what I say about my parents too. Like, it's like so tough growing up, and not having right. And what would I? And I wish my parents had done that, but I'm like, you know what? They did the best they possibly could, and yeah, I mean, it's just such a crazy thing that we go through, even at our age that we're at, right?
Yes. Well,
Yeah,
because then also there's a resentment. It's like, okay, here's where I am today. And if I actually went with the love of my life or my thing or that thing that, 50 years ago, where would I have been or what would I have done? But no, I did this, this, and this for many reasons. And then you look at the path that you've taken. And I agree, our parents, like I think that my parents struggled a lot too, right? Obviously. I know they did the best they could with their toolbox.
yep,
I wish their toolbox was different, but it
me
wasn't. It
too.
was what it was. And I actually saw that a lot of what I have where I was serving others, they were doing the same thing. They were not selfish.
Yeah, no,
They gave everything they possibly could. I remember my dad not eating many times, saying, "Children eat first," right?
mm,
Because he
yeah.
said, "You guys are the future. We need to nourish the future. We've already had our childhood," right? And that's a learning thing. So I always, think like that. Um, and I appreciate people who do that, but just wish, I do not want to discount it. Like when you can do a lot of things for people, sometimes not doing it is the best gift.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. We could spend days unpacking this. I mean days.
So true.
Um but I will rewind you guys. I know you're here because we're celebrating Manuela's birthday and we're talking about wisdom. We're talking about, what we learn with age. If we bring it back to skincare, I think that most of us will agree what you wish you could have told your younger self about skincare. Mine, hands down, would have been no reflectors, tanning beds, baby oil, and iodine to make you look golden and bronzed. Oh my gosh. I mean, I spent the amount of money and time I wasted being tan all the time.
Mm.
Now it's just bronzer. I mean, it's just like, what was I thinking? I mean, I literally laid there for hours and hours and hours trying to get tan, and all I did was damage my skin. I mean, much less, like my husband had melanoma, so I mean, now we're very, very, conscientious about sun. But I am telling you what, if I could go back, but we just didn't know. I did the
Didn't know.
best I could with what I had in my toolbox. And my
100%. And
toolbox
it was
said, "Get
also
tan."
very fashionable. It was also very
Yeah,
fashionable. It's like right now, people are talking about clean beauty. Please, clean beauty is not serving you, or these things that it's all natural, all organic. This is not serving you. So back
mm,
then, it was like be in the sun and it was damaging. Here now, people are confusing toxicity with safety. They
yep,
think lab created is bad. They think natural is better. Not true. Like
not sure.
there's we know better. And it's just some things do not get communicated. It's almost like there's a few who know this, but they don't really have the power of the masses to educate everybody. So we try one person, one conversation at a
Yeah.
time to just empower what we can. And then through experience it hopefully grows and that people can see, well, why do they have their skin is better at this age, what have they been doing, right? And
Hmm.
most of them are going to be following a lot of our principles and using Ezimer skincare. And if you're looking at your neck and you're thinking, well, how much do you want to spend? Do you want to spend $3,000 to $5,000 on a neck job, or do you want to spend $80 and start working on it right now? I mean, really, that is your option.
Yeah, a lower jawline facelift starts, at least in Minneapolis area, at about 16,000. And
Oh, well,
all
there
they
you go.
do is tighten your platysmal bands and give you your jawline back. But guess what? You'll have to have it done in 5 more years. I mean, it's
But
just
what's
like
your skin going to look like? Does it help your skin at all?
zero. It like
Just
that's the other thing. So can't say who, but another one of my really good friends, she's did the same thing. She's like, okay, I've got my jawline back. Now what? I'm like, skincare, skincare, skincare. Oh, Here's a little side note. My husband, who's, and this is why we work out, you guys. He's 66 years old. I just am seeing him with a wheelbarrow of like 15 bags of mulch in the backyard, just muscles bulging. That's why you work out, everybody.
You
I
have
know.
to. The muscles
Oh,
will help your skin too, and it'll help the muscles. The workout helps the muscles of the skin.
totally.
When
And
he's done, is he
yeah,
available this afternoon? I need some.
this is the second pallet of mulch. You guys, speaking of men, the one of the places, and you've heard me, you guys have watched me over the years. I always talk about the Norton Slope, but the guys get that the lack jawline. John, for as muscly as he is, he's got the Norton Slope. I mean, what about the neck cream for the guys?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because again, the hormones change, elasticity, collagen. I mean, he's working his muscles, but he's not necessarily working on. He's still his own donor. He is
Yep.
still his own donor. So he's creating John age
Yeah.
collagen and elastin. And if you want to create younger, you need the peptide technology. So the golden collagen, the golden peptides, those are going to work on resetting. A lot of it has to do with that clock too. You want to reset. You want to bring in those newer cells, the newer skin, the newer communication, increase with the growth factors, the cellular communication, so things work better. So yes, there's more things you can do. Before, you only had a cold cream. You only could moisturize. You could only
Yeah.
like put something on and butter it up, like buttering your toast. That's all you could do. But now we actually can communicate different levels, different languages, different volumes. This is
And
what skincare is.
we're bringing you the gold. I mean, this is the gold, right? So
Gold
we've got
standard.
this, not just
Gold.
gold standard, but actual
Gold. You're
gold.
right. You're right.
So we are looking at. I mean, no one, no. This is another one of those classic things you see in TikTok. No one ever told me that my neck was going to betray me before my face. I mean, dead giveaway, you know. So you guys, this is a way for you guys to gain that back. Oh, and so let's just talk to the ladies who are maybe our age already. Is it too late?
Never too late. It's not too late. It is a little
Mhm.
bit more difficult because it is muscle. But remember, with muscle, you have muscle memory.
Yeah.
So you're going to be able to work with muscle memory. So what you want to do is they've elongated too much. These ones you want to shorten and fatten up. And then they're all going to anchor. So you want that. So that's the muscle. It's not too late. And then the collagen quality, not too late because peptides go in and they um, remessage it, rewire it. And finally, if you get it today and you're getting the gift with purchase and the two serums that come with the gift with purchase, right?
Speaking of those two
This,
serums, yeah, those were your must-haves.
yes, they are must haves. So this is all actually going to help with the programming. So when you're thinking about it's too late, you've got to work on the messaging system that rebuilds. Retinols rebuild, collagen peptides rebuild, gold rebuild because of the inflammation and the microbiome. Then copper, everything was collagen. Copper is the key, the absolute key, the isomer, the key to elastin.
Mhm.
Important. People
Yeah,
don't realize this is your elastin molecule. And it's also your calming molecule. So super important for the neck area. There's no reason why in the heat of the summer you need to wear a scarf or a
yeah.
turtleneck.
No, 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 no. And that's kind of a giveaway. You guys, this has been awesome. I mean, we could be out here all day long. We can unpack all of our childhoods together. We could do, we could, um,
Therapy.
oh my gosh. I always
Thank you
say
for
that.
letting me
Oh,
talk.
Saturdays are the best, you guys. They are literally my therapy with all of you guys. So Deborah says happy birthday month to you and your family. She's been using it once a day at night, but I think I'll use a day, or she's been using it once a day at night only. She'll use it day and night from now
Day
on.
and night. Yeah, feels so
Yeah,
good.
yeah, that's exactly how we're going to use it. So, what's the rest of the birthday plans?
Today I'm running errands.
Okay.
The rest of the birthday plans, just got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah,
We had a
that's
lot of
something.
yeah, I don't know. I have some surprise. Apparently, I'm not allowed to ask too many questions. They have
Oh,
surprises for me.
I
But
like
you
it.
know what's really funny? Did I tell you about what happened last week? So
No,
so I have my car, and again, I keep my car. I drive my cars till they like die, right?
same.
I just keep my car safe. So my car is already like 10 years old or whatever. And my car is the car the kids learned how to drive and everything. And it's Italian car. So it's, it's me. as
Yeah.
a car. Anyways, my kids went and they dinged up the car. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Darius had the car, the body work redone in certain areas, and then we have animals on the farm and everything. So inside the car, they had it all cleaned up and everything. So and it took about 2.5 weeks to get this done, right? So when he brings the car back to the office, right? He says, "I want to show you." So I'm looking at it. Oh my God, I could see it from my office with the window. I said, "It's really nice." And then he goes, "No, no, you got to come outside. You got to come outside." So I go outside. He opens the door. I look inside. I go, "Oh, I didn't even realize. I forgot what color the seats were on the inside." It was one of those, right? And it happens. It happens. Right? We're busy people. So then he goes, "No, open the trunk." And I'm like, there's a surprise in there
Yeah.
for my birthday. Like, I'm like, okay. So I'm like playing along. So I go to the back, I open the trunk, and I see two bags. I open it, and he goes, "That's everything they found under the seats." I look at him, I go, "I thought I was getting a gift."
Here's what they here's the
It
French
was the
fries.
car's
Yeah.
your gift.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That's so funny. Before my kids came, because I knew they'd be using my Jeep, and it's 10 years old. I got it all detailed out for them, and the biggest thing underneath the car was French fries under the seats. I know. I still love my French fries. You guys, this is so
While
fun.
driving. French fries are good while driving. You know what I
Yeah.
like with French fries? And I used to do this a lot. We were poor, right? So I used to think that dip was just melted ice cream. And so
Oh,
till this
fun.
day, to this day, French fries or potato chips, if and when I do eat them, I like to dip them in melted ice cream.
Who wouldn't? I mean, a, a chocolate malt with French fries is. I thought they were designed to go together. I mean,
Right?
totally. Oh, you guys, I seriously, we've got to do more celebrating like this. We have to celebrate every single solitary day. Do not
Absolutely.
forget, it's 50% off. Oh, and by the way, you guys, that price is only good to get the gift till Tuesday. So like close out today because those are only while the supplies last. I don't want you guys to miss out on that, especially as what two of the favorite minis
Yeah.
and perfect travel size. And you get the
Yeah.
little cosmetic bag too. This is hands down the best. And so that
And
will
this
come
lasts so
free
long.
forever. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been traveling with my little cosmetic bag since you first introduced them. Plus,
Yeah.
remember the big tote? I have the big tote.
Yeah.
Yeah, both. So, all right, gang. Manuela's going to go out, run her errands, celebrate her birthday month. Thank you so much for being with us. Please,
Thank you.
please be kind to one another. Be kind to yourself. Spread some love. And Queen, the rest is up to you.
Thank you so much for tuning in, Kathy. This has been amazing. I love
So fun.
spending time with you guys. I love you, Kathy. I love chatting with you. I love connecting. And I love how we have these topics and we're able to share. And I want to say happy weekend. Have a great weekend, everybody. And good deeds, good words, and good thoughts. Love you much.
Oh, and Isabella gave a last and final comment. She's been using your products for years, over 20 years. She's almost 58, mistaken for mid 30s. On that note, yes.
Yes. Yes. 100% yes.
Ah, happy birthday, my friend. Love you,
Thank
Melody.
you
Love
so
you,
much.
Manuela. Bye bye.
Love you too. Bye-bye. Bye.